Welcome to the 2025 WPBA Soaring Eagle Masters. My name is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and we're going to have Ada Leo joining us in just a bit. All right.
Hello, everyone.
All right, so she got acclimated. Cool. All right, we've got a great feature matchup here between Silviana Liu and Seoa. This is a B-side matchup. Both of these ladies are facing elimination, but I think they are sitting in the 5th, 6th position. Is that where we're at? I do believe we're close. We just saw the lag. Real quick here, we'll talk about the match rules for this event. Lag for the first break. Alternate break format thereafter. 9-ball doesn't count on the break in the bottom 2 pockets. The 9-ball is on the spot. There's no break box. The opponents rack for each other. 3 consecutive fouls is a loss of game, and this is cue ball fouls only. It looks as though Seoa has won the lag. So Silviana Liu has racked for her. They're using the perfect rack. It's a template rack for the official template rack of the WPBA. All right, so she does make a ball in the side pocket, not the traditional 1 ball that the girls aim to make. The ladies aim to make. Sorry about that. All right, but she does have a nice starting shot. Unfortunately, the 3 ball is not in the best position. We'll see what she chooses to do here. Seoa is a very intelligent player, so if it is not a clear shot, she'll probably play a nice safety. She actually, Seoa just lost her A-side match to Wei Su Chen in the last round. So this is her first time playing on the B side of this event. Yes, so these ladies are sitting guaranteed 5th, 6th.
Well,
The winner will advance forward.
like you mentioned to me earlier with the Wei Su Chen match, Seoa was in the lead, and then Wei Su Chen clawed her way back to a victory.
Yeah, so they don't call her the Wei for nothing. I'm telling you, if Wei Su Chen is behind in the set, you're in trouble. There's just something that happens about midway through the match that she just turns something on, and she plays phenomenal when she's behind.
Yes, because I was looking around the room in the previous round, and it was not looking good initially.
Right. Very well played. Safety.
Jail time.
That's right. All right. Silviana does not look happy about this shot right here. This is not an easy shot. Now, Silviana Liu has had a really good event. She's been playing exceptionally well. She lost fairly early in the event. Actually, she lost her very first round. Then she went on to defeat Brianna Miller, Hill. She defeated Kaylee McIntosh, the natural, very handily, 8-2. She then took out Taruko Macklin at the same scoreline of 8-2. And from there, Brittany Bryant, Boyana Saric, and Sakura Muramatsu. And then just most recently, Kelly Fisher in a Hill thriller.
Well, Silviana wasn't able to hit this ball, so now ball in hand for Seoa. One of the things that you would notice about Seoa is like watching Silk happen. The way she strokes the ball is so smooth. She does have to figure out what to do with the 6-7.
I think the 6-7 setting decent for a combination. We'll see if she gets the proper angle, though. She may be able to play short side on that 6. Let's go to our side view, get a look at it. Yeah, she's on the wrong side of this. I don't know if she can force it forward or play a carom. She might also be able to play a carom into the brown 7. Yeah, so she may be able to force this cue ball forward, basically creating angle to the top long rail. Just like that. What a great shot. She struck that beautifully.
It's like Silk.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. This is going to be the last match of the evening for us, and we will know at the end of this round who our final four going into tomorrow will be. We have a great A-side match coming at you at noon tomorrow between Wei Su Chen and Kristina Zlateva.
Wow.
Both of them having exceptional events. All right, nice touch by So. Oh, and a miscue. That is the wrong time to have a miscue right there.
But she didn't leave her with much here, so this might have to be another safety.
All right, so it looks like Silviana's she's got to look at it. She can see it. It's not the most pleasant situation. We'll see if she also can play a safety or if she's going to try to be offensive here. I'm a firm believer that if the safety is as hard as the shot, you go for the shot. And she laid it right in the jaws. These diamond tables are not super giving at the moment.
They're 4 1/4. Pretty tight.
I actually, talking to the diamond table tech, they're 4.5s. I think they're just playing tight. I think it's a combination of, oh boy.
This is not ideal.
No, it's not. I think the cloth is not brand new, not bad, but not brand new, and I think that's making the tables play tight in a little bit of humidity. I think that's why they've got the air conditioning cranked to the max in this place today.
Well, I appreciate it's a little bit warmer back here in the commentary area. I stepped outside and I was like, wow, it's a little bit Arctic.
Oh. Just a little unsettled. I wonder if taking that loss to Wei Su Chen is still a little bit in the back of Soa's mind.
That was an erroneous mistake.
All right, guys, don't forget, if you're new, welcome. This is WPBA Billiards. We also are live on our YouTube channel. Welcome to join our live chat by going to YouTube and searching WPBA Billiards. We always have a live chat going when we're streaming our matches, our events. All right, so Silviana takes advantage there. She laid that 8 in the pocket. Soa was not able to complete those last 2 balls, and Silviana is going to take rack 1.
Well, Silviana just got done with a match, so I'm curious to see if she is still feeling warmed up from that very long, arduous match with Kelly. While I think So was taking a little bit of a break there, waiting for that match to finish.
All right, so there's another match going on in the room. Christina Tkach versus Pia Filler. So that is 2-1 in favor of the Crystal at the moment. That match looks to be a pretty great match as well. We may try to pop over to that match at some point. I do have another camera view I can check out. May be able to slide in on that match occasionally. But in the meantime, enjoy our feature matchup here between Silviana Liu and Soa.
She was able to dial in that 1 ball in the side pocket. Make 2 balls on the break. I'm not sure if she has a good view of this 3 ball. May you like to push out?
So Silviana Liu, for those of you who are not familiar with her, she's an Indonesian player. She's, she's currently ranked, I think, only like 85th, but Silviana hasn't played in a lot of the WPBA events. She did play in the Michigan Predator Open with us when we teamed up with Predator for their first season of Predator Pro Series events.
Oh, it looks like she gave it back.
It was a very smart shot. If that cue ball tracks under that 6, that is so well played.
I'm really loving the sophistication of these safeties I'm seeing by these players.
Yeah, this is definitely right up your alley.
Yes.
Ada loves a little jail time in her life.
Tacticalness.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, looks like Soa's going to go to the air here. And I'm not really sure. It looks like, oh, she uses, she's a Zen cue. That's her shooting cue, but she also breaks with a BK rush. It doesn't really say on her bio what her jump cue is. It may be the Predator. No, because that's a wood shaft. Unless it's a previous, it might be the old Predator jump cue. All right, so these ladies are on a mandatory 40-second shot clock with 1 extension per rack. And a nice safety play by Silviana. Although I do fear. No, I don't think she gave. So the window.
She's gonna have to kick and resave, ideally. Gave her an open shot.
Yeah, so she made a good solid hit. That's about the most that she could do there, and play it with a little pace, trying to create some distance. She did leave Silviana long, but Silviana can go ahead and potentially play this with either a little bit of left-hand English, if she'd like to. If she can get to the center of the cue ball, that's about all she would need. Hitting it with as full as she possibly could. She could also play this and try to come down in between the pink 4 and the green 6 with a high ball, shooting it to the side. She caught that a little bit, a little thinner than I think she'd intended, which made the cue ball travel much quicker than I think she would have liked. I thought she would go. I think she was attempting to get on the left side of the pink 4 to shoot in this bottom right-hand corner, but obviously the cue ball traveled a little too far. She may be able to make this in the side, but if not, she'll be looking for a safe. She has a very high pool IQ, and she does play excellent safeties.
Is this her first time on the stream table?
No, we've had Silviana on the stream once already, although, was it against Kaylee? It may have been against Kaylee. Yeah, we had her on the stream second round of the B side against Kaylee McIntosh. Oh, All right, so Soa just looks a little unsettled. I think that grind, she was in the lead against Wei, and I wonder if that just took a little something out of her, you
I think
know?
it wore her down a bit.
Yeah, and that's possible because Wei Su Chen can do that to you. They don't call her the wave for nothing.
And how many rounds did Sosoa play today? She could be feeling a bit fatigued. I
Uh,
mean, we
she
started 12 o'clock today.
she came in on the A side though, so she I'm looking here. So she played her first match was today, or what, right?
Yeah, 2 o'clock.
Okay, so she played Christina first. No, yeah, she defeated Christina. That was yesterday. So she played Wei Su Chen today at 7 p.m. and then lost to Wei. And this is her. Oh, this is only her second match today. But sometimes when you come in, she played so exceptionally well through the early parts of the event that then getting up against Wei and losing her first match of the day may have set the pace or the tone, you know?
Mm.
We're as players, you know how that can be. I mean, we have multiple personalities.
And the match has momentum shifts, for sure.
So I think if she can regroup and gain some composure, just, be patient.
That was a really nice shot by Silviana. Very smoothly done to
Yeah.
get position for that brown 7.
Silviana has played very well in this event as well. She's not had an easy draw either.
But I feel like there's definitely a level of competition. Like in Asia, so many Asian ladies have been playing high level pool. So it's really nice to see all the different countries being represented and coming out to our events and be able to see like this quality of play.
Absolutely. All right, nice fluid stroke. Looks like the cue ball is going to stop perfectly in time. All right, so Silviana looking to take rack 2. All right, well played. Silviana Liu taking 2-0 over Soa. All right, so let's check on the score. We're going to kind of roll over. Let's check on the score in the other live match going on. So there's a look at it. Christina Takacha's up 3-1 over Pia Filler at the moment. They're tucked to the left side of the room for us guys, so it may be. I'm zoomed in really far into this table, so if it looks a little grainy, we apologize, but it's a good look for the match going on there. Both of these ladies are also, Pia just came off a defeat, Hill Thriller, and Soa as well. So both of these ladies are probably a little unsettled going into this, whereas the other two ladies, Silviana and Christina, have both been battling through the B side for a minute. So uh, lots of good action left to see here in this 9 o'clock match.
Yes, there's going to take a lot of mental resilience overcoming a loss and playing good pool. So definitely mental composure, resilience. How do you recover from a loss and focus on this match is huge.
So Soa got some action out of the 9 ball there. Unfortunately, she just didn't make the one in the side or the wing ball. Right, so Silviana She puts a lot of spin on the cue ball. I've watched her quite a bit this week. She uses a lot of spin in her stroke, and her stroke just kind of, is it's got a lot of follow through in it, and I think it gives it a lot of cue ball action. So in those situations where you don't hit the pocket clean, you're going to see it bobble and sit up in front of the pocket more often.
Well, she made it kind of difficult for her, so
So doesn't quite get the cue ball underneath the two. Trying to catch a window there. Potential bank here.
I think she's cutting it into the side pocket.
Just going to cut it.
Let's see what she does. Nope, banking it.
Well, I think the bank just fell in nicely for a potential two-way. So might as well hold the cue for the 3 just in case the bank does fall. But if not, she's got a blocker in the 8. It looks like Silviana's going to go to the air. So she's a Mez-sponsored player. So I'm sure she's jumping with the air drive. Oh, nice effort. The 2's going kind of right back where it was. No.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Wonder what the look is at that. There's no carom there. I was wondering if it's set up for Seoa to have a nice carom into the 9, but it did not.
Maybe 2-9 bank. Tough to see from this view.
Yeah. I think it's tough to see from any view at this point.
Yeah, I think my eyes are crossing. Too many live streams going on.
Amen. All right, not quite the safety that Seoa was hoping for. So Silviana's going to be pleased to get to the table with a great starting shot on the blue 2. So she can just come one rail out to the center. She can even put a little draw on this ball. She'll have to elevate to do so. Coming out 2 rails. But 1 rail out to the center is probably a little bit. She may even be able to go 2 rails forward. Yeah. I was going to say, Silviana doesn't, she puts a lot of spin on the ball. And so when that's the case, keeping it simple is not always what they choose to do when you're one of those that likes to move the rock around.
Well, I had the fortune of playing world 9-ball champion Ruby-Lynn Aramith in Las Vegas, and I was very amazed by how much spin she used in her shots.
Yeah, Rublin definitely. I think that's a Filipino thing by nature. I think if you're Filipino, you can spin the ball.
Very spinny.
All right, so she's just gonna go ahead and pocket this. I do think the 5 goes past the 9. It may only have 3/4 of a pocket, but I do believe it goes. So just shoot this pink 4 past the 6 into this bottom right-hand corner. She's going 2 rails. I don't know that she needed to go 2 rails there. She could have played that with a little less pace, but I know that with playing the second rail, you just take away the odds of deceleration in the stroke, so there's nothing wrong with that.
And she's in the middle of the table where she has the most options.
Beautiful.
This is my first time watching her play. She actually has a very solid fundamentals, like how still she's staying and how she's just stroking through with a good acceleration. Very confident.
Well, and she just had a hill win over Kelly Fisher, and I would feel as though coming to this match, there's got to be quite a bit of confidence for
She's like
Silviana.
Wonder Woman now.
Yeah, like she's had some good wins in this event over some very solid players. All right, nice shot. She can just draw this over, or she can go one rail out. She can go two rails out. I think in this particular situation, these are all preferential. There is no right or wrong way to get there. The nine's sitting. As long as you get above the nine, you're looking good. All right, and this nine to take a 3-0 lead over Soa. All right, guys, we're gonna throw a quick commercial and say thanks to some of our sponsors here at the WPBA. Let's roll over. Girls are waiting for their break. Let's check out what's going on here. It looks like the scoreline is currently 3-2 in favor of Christina Tkach still, but Pia is grinding her way back in. Good stuff. Well, these are the last two matches of the evening. All right, Silviana Liu to break. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and my partner in the booth tonight is Miss Ada Leo, the Iron Maiden.
Hello. Thank you for liking, sharing, and following the WPBA live stream. We appreciate you.
All right, so the one does go. I will say I've been watching Silviana break the entire event. She does not break softly. She seems to have found the sweet spots.
She's like 5 feet nothing, right? She's tiny.
She is a little human. She is a tiny little human. She's absolutely beautiful. She's stunning in appearance. I'm very impressed with Silviana. Now, I actually had the fortune of playing Silviana at the Michigan Predator Open, and I was pretty happy that I at least took her to the third set. But she's so talented.
And she's a very nice human, too.
Oh, yeah, she's a sweetheart.
I know how to say one thing in Indonesian. Hello, how are you?
Oh, nice.
And she's always like, gives me a big smile when I tell her that.
All right, nice little run forward with the cue ball. Looks like she's going to play the combination on the 3-5. Now, here's a little something that could be fun. She could play this with a little draw and try to make the 3 on top of the 5 ball, and she'd already be perfect position for the pink 4. She's not going to do it, but it would be a lot of fun to watch her do it.
So I believe she uses all Mez equipment, correct, Silviana? I don't have the sheet in front of me.
Yeah, so Silviana is a Mez-sponsored player.
And what is Soa using?
So Seoa she has a Zen Q, and she breaks with a BK Rush.
Oh, okay.
So it doesn't look as though she has a Q sponsor. She's sponsored by LGU Plus and Hollywood Tables, as well as Garena. So. All right, so maybe 2 rails up, maybe just one, but the 2 rail, it seems to be her comfort spot. Just like that. May have been a little straighter on the 4, or the pink 4 than we had realized. Trying to maybe force it up table.
You think she's gonna throw this around?
Yeah, if she does that, she has to really, this is dangerous because with a high ball, she takes a risk at scratching in the top right-hand corner. With a center or low ball, she risks scratching on the side. She may have to just, I don't know if she can just roll this in. I don't know if that's an option. I'm not sure if the 7-9 align for a combination if she gets on the wrong side of the ball.
Well, she's definitely thinking about what to do here. Lots of choices.
I don't know if she can play with a little draw and clip the 9 out of the way. This is tough. This is, she has to make a decision. This makes me nervous, the high ball, if she swings it around, because that top right corner pocket is very big. Whoop. All right, so she laid up and just tried to keep a control of the cue ball. Keep it on that, the left side of the table.
That was definitely a protractor position because she could have easily went right into the side pocket.
Yes. Absolutely. Protractor.
Some measuring device.
I know what a protractor is. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, Christina Tkach and Pia Filler. Pia has tied that match up. All right, great stroke. She felt a little bit flat on this, and I don't mean that she doesn't have any angle. I just mean with the ball not on the rail. This shot, spinning the cue ball around 2 rails, well 3, to get back on the 9 could be tricky.
I think she's a spin master.
Yeah, she has the stroke for it, though, that's for sure. You almost aim to miss this ball in order to spin this ball around, but at the same time, because it's off the rail, it becomes a much more missable ball. She may opt just to go to the right long rail and accept a little bit longer shot on the 9. Oh,
watch out.
It's dark in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
She needed a protractor for that one.
That's what I mean. That shot is just such a tricky shot. It's not one of my favorites. I think most of the players would prefer to not force their opponent to make this 9 ball with ball in hand, but we do have a no concession rule here at the WPBA. So, all right, rack 4 taken by Seoa. The score is 3-1 in favor of Lou. Let's check out what's going on at the other table. We've got a 3-3 tied match. Looks like Christina Tkach is racking. Must be Pia Filler's break. That also means that Pia Filler won the lag. So if this were to go hill, Killer Filler would have the break.
And our next event is the WPA World 8-Ball Championships over at the Oneida Casino in Green Bay, Wisconsin, July 4th weekend. So an opportunity to watch 8-ball played in a world-class level with 64 players from around the world, over 20 countries represented in that event.
All right, so at a break. Yeah, the World Championship is pretty exciting. All right, so she misses the one in the side. So she does make the wing ball, though. Not sure if she can see that one.
I don't think so. Well, something new that's going to be at the World 8-Ball Championship is an arena that is being built for that event. So there's definitely going to be some live stream and a fancy background.
Yeah, so the way I understand it, I will be working that in the commentary booth for that event, but I'm also playing, so I don't know that I'll be in there too much in the early stages of the event, but I'll definitely be with you guys if I don't snap it off.
Good luck.
I'll do some work in the commentary booth. I do believe it's being produced by X-Pool, so if those of you guys who are familiar X-Pool does all the live big action matches. Matter of fact, they're producing the SVB Gorst match. So X-Pool will be producing our World Championships, and I will be there just as a helping hand and doing something, being part of the commentary team.
And one of 21 Americans
Yeah.
participating in the event.
Yeah.
Super exciting.
Yeah, so yeah, pretty exciting. We're excited to produce it from the WPBA. I think that's an awesome thing for us, and we're also it's the first Women's World 8-Ball Championship ever.
I think I had asked Billy Billing, she was commentating with me earlier. She says there was one other in
Oh,
Atlantic City many, many years ago.
Yeah. Well, Billy Billion would know because she is an OG. If you guys don't know what that means original gangsta. She is one of the originators of the WPBA, so.
And will be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year.
She's amazing. I'm so glad that she had a good time. It sounded like she had a really nice time in the booth.
She did. I think it was like her second time commentating ever, and she was enjoying, the banter that we had, analyzing the table, and the whole experience. So I recommend everyone try being in the booth with us so the fans get to know all the OG players, all the current players, all the young juniors. We're not robots. We actually have personalities.
Oh boy. All right, not the results she wanted there. Silviana comes to the table with it looks as though it's a steep cut on the one into the side pocket. It's just a hair past the center of the side pocket. So she will be what we would call back cutting it a little bit. But no problem for Silviana. Sitting nicely here. Now, this is just a little steep. I mean, it's obviously not a hard shot.
She has to avoid that
but she has
purple 5.
Yes. And she may have to accept a bit of a steeper cut on the 4. Or I will say that I know that Silviana is a very adventurous cue ball cueist. She may drag this ball down and under and in between the 6 and the 8, but I'm just being adventurous. But I've seen her drag the cue ball around. Yeah, that's what I wondered. Her style is just really conducive to that. A lot of people would just take shorts, take a steeper cut on the pink 4 in the top left corner, but she really tries to get in those really nice windows. The perfect windows, right? And so I would say that when she's playing great, she's amazing, and when she's playing bad, she's in trouble.
Wow, so nice to see the diversity of decision making and play styles that is being shown at this event.
Oh, all right. Tried to force that cue ball around. Yeah, Silviana doesn't have she's not a simple cueist. Like I said, she likes to move the cue ball around. I also enjoy that style of play. So although, like I said, when you're winning, you look like a rock star. When you're playing badly, it's a little bit of a head game.
Well, is it because that she wants to accelerate through all her shots? And I feel like there's a player in New York, and like his least favorite shot is to roll in a shot because he has a tendency to decelerate. So I wonder if maybe that is a factor in the decisions that she makes when it comes to the shot selection.
Possibly. Yeah, for sure. Possibly. All right, 2 rails. She caught all the pocket on that one, but she's made it. So she's sitting well on the 6.
He struck that very nicely. Got position with an angle on that 7 ball.
And once again, here's one of those shots where the 7 ball is not on the rail. So playing the cue ball 3 rails around can be tricky. I like drawing this out 2 rails. We'll see what Soa decides to do. Yeah.
She did your option.
Well, when it's when a ball like that, just like with the 8 ball earlier in the last rack, it can be it's so easy to miss that ball trying to throw it in with spin. Even though it's close to the pocket, you would think, oh, it's no problem at all, but it actually is a bit difficult. You have to give it the proper respect. Soa makes very good decisions, so I like the way she struck that. She struck, you know, kind of went through that ball.
Giving it the proper respect.
Yes. All right, and there she have it. She's trying to get back in this matchup here, 3-2 in favor of Silviana Liu. Getting ready to break rack 6. Let's check over on the other table and see how Christina and Pia are doing. It looks as though Pia has taken the lead. I believe the scoreline is currently 4-3 with Christina Tkach to break.
Looks like Pia got some fire in her and recovered from her previous loss.
Yeah, she was down a little at the beginning of this match. Oh, she does make the wing ball. Had a couple of them fighting for that corner. It looks as though, even though she's close to the 1, I would assume that she's still, you know, able to pocket it. We're going to go back to the feature matchup. We'll keep you guys posted on that match.
And of course, if you want to see the progress of your favorite player, go to digitalpool.com where we have the bracket. Go to the tournaments tab, type in WPBA, and look for the Soaring Eagle Masters, which will be the first one. And then you get to see a lot of different options, live scores, bracket, performance. So much data there.
Okay, so Silviana is making a decision. Does she jump here or push? She can push. Okay, does it favor her to go to the jump? Now, these ladies are on a mandatory 40-second shot clock, but some of the international girls are not familiar with the way that we function here at the WPBA. So you'll see them when they come to the table, they bring both their cues and lay one on the floor. We actually will allow you to take your cue back to your chairs and grab your jump cues and stop the clock so you're not penalized for that. We're not using the shot clock as a punishment. We're just trying to keep the tournament moving in a forward manner, in a timely manner. But that's all right. If they want to throw their cues on the floor, that's fine.
Well, she wasn't able to get enough height on that jump, and then unfortunately ran into the 9 ball, giving Soa a ball in hand. So tomorrow we'll be streaming 3 matches, including the hot seat match, starting at 12 p.m. Eastern. Please make sure you set your notifications so that you can see when we go live.
Yeah, and actually, if I can figure it out, maybe we'll see what we can come up with. It just for the, I don't know if I'm gonna put, if I can put 2, if the powers that be would let me show both tables in our stream or not, but we will be hopping back and forth between the first match at noon tomorrow. We'll have some content of both. Tomorrow, the A-side final will be at Wei Su Chen versus Kristina Zliteva. So that's going to be an exciting matchup. Don't forget, guys, too, we are doing the swag giveaway, but this time we're going to pick 4 winners, and we have 4 different products to give away. For anyone who is new to our process, go to WPBA Billiards on YouTube, join the live chat. We accept donations. For the $20 donations, you can be entered into a chance to win the swag giveaway items that we have, and we will do it after the finals tomorrow.
So please like, share, and follow this stream so that we can continue to offer you free pool playing of these ladies.
Yeah, this is one of, don't you think, Ada, this has been one of the best events I've ever seen for the WPBA as far as talent.
For sure, you mentioned that this was the highest average Fargo rate that the WPBA has ever had in one room.
It's insane. I think the average Fargo with the from the entire field was like 668 or something.
What?
Yeah, that was our average Fargo with the 64 ladies that were in this event.
Monsters.
Just amazing. It's pretty, it's sporty. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Pia Filler and Christina Tkach are tied up at 4s. And I think this is a bit of a recap of a first look at the World Championships as well. There's a few ladies that are in the World Championships that are not here, but I do think Cheska Centeno is actually playing in the Worlds. I don't think Rubelin is. I'm not sure. I didn't look fully at the list. I probably should have looked a little better, but I did see Cheska's name, so that's going to be pretty awesome. All right, and this 9-ball to tie the matchup, ladies and gentlemen, the score is 3-3 in favor of neither of these ladies. All right, we're going to the room view. Let's go check out what's going on in the match over here. Christina Tkach and Pia Filler. We just keep catching them at their racks. They must be on the same pace.
It's 4-4 now in that match. So both matches tied 3-3, 4-4.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Real quick here, let's say thank you to our sponsors from this event. This is the 2025 Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort Masters, produced by the WPBA. This is WPBA World Ranking event. Our tour sponsors here with us is Diamond Billiard Products, Simonis Cloth, Aramith Balls, Big Family Custom Creations for all your apparel needs, the ICATrainingTool.com, How Tips, as well as the How Carbon Fiber Flash Shaft, Super Shot Billiards, Kamui brand, Classic Billiards, Castillo Leather Products, and the official rack of the WPBA is the Perfect Rack.
Do you think the WPA World 8 Ball will be streamed on WPBA YouTube, or is it going to be in another location that the fans will have to look for?
Nope, it will be live on our YouTube. I'm not sure if we will be live on Amazon or on Billiard TV just yet. I don't know what the agreement is for that, but we will definitely be on YouTube, on our WPBA Billiards YouTube channel.
Awesome. I'll be watching from home, so I will not be part of the commentary.
Ada says, I'm not going to Wisconsin on 4th of July weekend if I'm not playing.
No, I looked at the plane tickets and it was like a lot of money, and I'm just like, no, sorry. I'd love to support the ladies and watch them in person, but if I'm not playing, I don't want to go. And some of the other events happening the rest of the year, we will be heading to Felt Billiards in Denver, Colorado in late August. Borderline Billiards in October to Janet Atwell's room in Bristol, Tennessee. November heading to Rail Yard Billiards in Louisville, Kentucky. And also in November will be the Dr. Poole Tour Championships, the season finale over in Rothschild, Wisconsin.
Yeah, so we'll be moving for a couple weeks in a row. All of us will be on the road. So make sure you guys go to WPBA.com and check out the events tab. You'll be able to know exactly where we're going to be this year.
And next year will be our 50th anniversary, and we have already announced the U.S. Open for the ladies is going to be in the Upper Peninsula, UP in Michigan in April over at Island Casino.
That's a fun casino too. It's a great little resort. The rooms are pretty affordable. So if you guys you want to fly in, I think it's Green Bay. You can fly into Wisconsin. It's actually quite a short jaunt to the casino from there.
What, you mean a drive from Green
Yeah,
Bay?
like a short drive.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's Green Bay, but somewhere in Wisconsin. I can't remember exactly. It's not very far though, and it's like I said, it's a pretty affordable casino. Like it's got the rooms are great too. It's one of my favorites.
So you can watch pool and gamble.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So the poorly executed safety by Soa and Silviana is trying to take full advantage of that. Try to get the lead back in this match.
Yes, we were supposed to have our tour championships in December. Unfortunately, there was a conflict with another date, so we are doing back-to-back tournaments in November. I think that makes more sense for the international players so that they can be able to participate in Louisville, Kentucky, as well as our tour championships.
All right, so she has fallen a bit on the wrong side of this six. Can always be a bit of a tricky shot because you can overrun this easily, trying to go 3 rails around.
She might try to draw it straight back.
I think she's on the wrong side of the pocket. You think she can draw it? I don't know.
Or spin it around, draw
Yeah,
it.
if she uses a hair of inside, she can just contain it, try to keep it on the left side of the table. She didn't want to fall on the rail. A little bit of deceleration maybe in that final stroke. Just kind of lost its momentum coming off the second rail.
I think she just has to keep it simple and just roll this forward. It's going to be about the pace.
Oh. All right, so she lands on the rail. Silviana may be getting a little tired. She's had a couple grinding matches today, and well, really throughout the whole event. So she started off losing early and has made her way through the B side of this event, match after match after match for the last 2 days. All right, and this 9-ball to take the lead. Let's see if she completes the follow-through stroke, and she hit it beautifully. All right. 4-3 in favor of Silviana Liu from Indonesia. Let's check on the other match going on in the room. Pia Filler has taken the lead. Golly, if I can't not catch them racking. Every time I've caught them, every time I've switched to this camera to just kind of take a peek at the Pia Filler Christina Takac match, they're racking.
Would it be possible to do studio view and so that you can tell?
Right, exactly.
And then you can time it better, right?
Yeah. Well, you guys, we keep getting a look at them racking. Christina
Was not happy with the original rack and asked for a re-rack. She drilled the one into the side.
I don't know what just happened.
Some of these things are too close together. I accidentally was clicking on the wrong things earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, the audience saw too many Hill Thriller banners come up prematurely. Oops.
That's all right. It happens. Oh, boy, it was such a, you had to cut that thin. which means there's going to be a lot of pace on the cue ball, and I just don't know that she did anything to stop that. It felt as though she just really was like, yeah, okay, like I'm going to make it. All right, so now she's got herself in a bit of a predicament. I don't know how much of the one she can see.
This is a conundrum.
All right.
Just gotta elevate over this ball. This is very difficult.
Very difficult. Now she can catch a little bit of it. She may be able to bank it up and then put the cue back down here. Yeah. And didn't work out. Soa's going to come to the table with a clean shot on the one. Now, positionally, it looks as though it may be a little flat.
I don't think she has to do too much. Maybe just draw back slightly.
Yeah. There's a little bit of distance on this shot, so she's going to want to make sure that she executes with very little to no body movement. And see, she did. She raised up a little bit.
Now she has to contend with the rail.
And it sounded a little funny, so you can see she's looking at her tip, making sure to chalk. Wow. She just rolled that in so nicely. Just a lot of control on that shot. Cue ball on the rail.
She's like, I'm not afraid of the rail. I'm just gonna treat this like it's no big whoop.
All right, so probably to the rail and back out to the center. Yeah, giving herself, just a nice clean shot on the 5. So still looks a little unsettled. She'd like to get back in the lead in this match, or take the lead at all, because I don't know that she's been in the lead once yet.
Yeah, I think she tied it up to 3-3.
Yeah, but that's it. Yeah. 2 rails around. Well played. She's come up a little short on that shot as well. And this is one of those flat angles where you almost, personally, she may have to just play this with a high ball, maybe a high right, and come 1 rail back down table. Yeah, she definitely doesn't have the draw. I don't think she can draw the shot. And there is no 2 railer. Oh, she does catch the inside 2 railer. Good stroke. Well played.
That was some fanciness.
Yeah, the high inside allows her to get back down table. If she catches it a little fat, great. She's still going to get down there. If she catches it perfectly like she just did, she'll catch the second rail. All right, and this 9 ball to tie it back up again. Soa. I'm almost afraid to go look at the other table because I bet they're racking. No.
They are not racking.
All right, let's check it out, folks. Here we go. Here's a little look. Pia Filler is 5-4 over the crystal at the moment. Pia's at the table. Don't think she's looking it out. I'm wondering if the red 5 or 3 goes past the 5 into the corner. It may very well. Sorry, I'm zoomed across the whole room for this view, guys. Well played. I've really did come to enjoy Pia Filler's game in the last couple of years. Very well. You can tell the work that she's put into it. All right, guys, we got to go back to the feature matchup. Thank you for watching. See if Soa can get the one in the side. She doesn't.
Looks like a dry break.
She's had a little bit of a struggle with her break in this match.
Oh, I'm sorry. She made one and I miscounted.
Okay, she must have made the wing ball. I was watching the one.
So was I.
And she removes the perfect rack from the table. She's going to pocket this. She can hold it if she'd like, but if she's comfortable, she can take it to the left long rail and back out to the center. She doesn't have to, but she could. All right. Nicely done. Go to the overhead just to see what kind of angle she's got on the two. Looks really good. She can go one rail back out to the center of the table if she likes, or she can roll it in and take the three in the side. I think she'll come back out to the center though. I played Soa first round, and she is just very, very consistent in her choices. She plays very well. She moves nicely around the table. Her pace is usually really easy to watch. Not that I wanted to just be watching, but she's very talented, and clearly she's she's a 757 Fargo. She is one of the best lady players in the world.
But you were also keeping up with her.
I did. I ended up losing. I think the scoreline was 8-5. At one point I was in the lead in that match, and of course I let her back in, but at 4-4 she commanded the lead. And then I did win one rack after she got on the hill, so I think the final scoreline was 8-5.
Now, I don't think this is ideal. I mean, you think she can see this? It's tough camera view here.
Yeah. If not, she's going to bank it out of there and play a safety. I don't know how I feel about that positional shot, but it's, she's on the rail. It's never a lot of fun. Let's see how much space she's got between herself, the rail, and the cue ball. Not much. This is where your fundamentals have to be so solid.
And she's got to be careful about this 8-ball.
Oh, when it falls in. Woo! She's probably like, thank you.
It was a little left, right, in.
Now here, I like playing this with a high ball, so I come flat off the second rail, so I can play the A ball in the side pocket. But everyone plays these just a little different. Yeah, see? Just a plain high ball, nothing fancy. Yeah, I think in this particular event we had over 10 girls that are 700 plus Fargo rated players. Just in these two matches alone, we have a 743, a 715, a 720, and then Soa, who has the highest Fargo of all 4 girls playing at the moment. All right, and she finally takes the lead, ladies and gentlemen, 5-4 over Silviana Liu. Take just a quick check into the other match. It looks as though they may have also taken a break. So guys, let's enjoy a commercial about our World Championships. And here we are, folks, back in action. Some info about our World Championships coming up. 4th of July weekend. Be in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Wow. This is bad timing to dry break. Soa has regained composure and gotten back in this match.
I don't know if you can really see that one ball. It's a long distance. You might be able to see a piece of it.
All right, so I received some information about our media guides. So in order to purchase our media guide at the moment, you can only purchase them on site at one of our events. We currently do not have them on our website. They're not on WPBA.com. So you have to come live to one of our events at the moment.
Do you think there are plans to put it online?
I think, well, if the demand is high enough, at some point they will. I don't really know that answer. That's above my pay grade, but at the moment we're only selling them live. So in person, if by some chance you know someone that may be coming to one of our events, you could probably work something out with one of them. But at the moment, that is the only way to get one, unless of course, Shannon, you are interested in donating and taking a swing at winning winning it in my swag giveaway. All of our donations, it started earlier today. For every $20 donation to our YouTube chat on WPBA Billiards, our live chat will get you entered into my swag giveaway. We have a media guide, an autographed media guide as one of the gifts, as well as an autographed t-shirt, a Castillo white leather case, which is gorgeous, and then a few pieces of Kamui Roku chalk would be the fourth prize.
It looks like Soa did not play a really good shot on the one and has given Silviana an opportunity.
Thank you.
A very nice shot there by Silviana. Keeping it simple, leaving the cue ball in the middle of the table where she has the most options. Now she has to navigate from this pink 4 to this purple 5 in the upper right corner. So that was really nicely done. She, I think, wanted a little bit more angle, but this is still very acceptable. She might elect to get her extension or take an extension so that she can be more comfortable, commit to her shot. I'm curious to see if she's gonna go 2 rails around to get position or just go 1 rail. Tough to see what she's gonna do. Oh, she looked uncomfortable shooting that, but I don't think she left her So-So with a really good shot, so this actually worked out in her favor. I'm thinking she's electing to play it safe, or if she's feeling good about cutting the shot, so she's looking at all her options. It's a good containing save using the 8-ball as a blocker there. Silviana only has an option to kick it off the rail. Maybe use the jump stick. Wow, she decided to cut that. Snaps on that. And nudges the 9-ball out of the way.
Wow. What a nice shot.
Tremendous shot.
Yeah, Silviana Liu, she's coming with it. That was a great shot. Try to get herself back tied up in this match. She doesn't want to let Soa get a commanding lead. It's much more difficult to get the match back in hand if she gets a couple of wrecks ahead. Nice. Very well played on the 5-ball. Right, so she definitely can make this work, but based on her body language, I don't think that's exactly what she intended to do. I think she might have thought she overstruck it quite a bit. I love her stroke though. I just like the way Silviana addresses the ball. All the ladies currently playing at the moment are just so amazing to watch. They're beautiful. They're fluid at the table. It's very nice.
I like to watch her because she stands kind of like I do.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well played. The match is tied up 5-5. See if by some chance I get lucky and catch a great shot from these two on the other table. While these ladies are racking, Pia Filler looking to get on the hill. Ladies and gentlemen, the score is 6-4 in favor of the killer Filler.
She is determined.
And now she's on the hill. This is a big rack for Pia. 7-4, breaking rack 8, 9, 10, 11. Are they breaking rack 12? They are. So it's going to be Christina's break. I believe Pia did win the lag.
Yeah, Christina had a lead there, and then Pia clawed her way back and has taken the lead. What a match. So we have Silviana Liu looking to fire that one ball in the side and get good spread. Well, there's a big clumpy mess here, and she broke dry. So opportunity for, let's see, or did I miscount the balls again? Yeah, looks like broke dry, and she's just removing the perfect rack.
That was Soa that braked.
Oh, I'm sorry. This has been like, and now the final live stream, I'm getting very tired.
It's not uncommon. I mean, you start to get kind of slap happy towards the end of the day. I do it regularly, actually.
Oh, so broke dry. That's why I was a little bit confused by what was going on.
All right, so she underhit that safety. So has a clean look at the one. It doesn't look as though she's got much of a pocket, although she could maybe cut it to this bottom left-hand corner, but that's getting pretty creative.
Is that the 2 right next to the 9 ball?
It is. I wonder if those balls are wired to the corner, or at least headed in that direction. No, not close enough, really. So it looks like a safety may happen here. She can thin the one and come 2 rails under that pack of balls, or she can try to get under the balls that she was right close to, which she did, and she got pretty fortunate that the one tied up with the 3 there last minute.
I wasn't exactly sure what she was going to do, so do you think that she was planning that? Or it just happened to be like that?
Planning for the one to end up here?
Yes.
No way. No possible way.
Well, if you threw her hand up, I would have been able to tell.
I don't think she cares if she got fortunate. She's trying to win the tournament, you know? I'm not trying to be mean, but I don't think it's necessary to... It's 9 ball. Everybody gets rolls in 9 ball.
True.
You know? It's just the way it is. All right, so just for a little heads up about what's going on the other table, it looks as though Christina Takacha's played a safety on Pia, not letting her get a clean look at anything. Pia is on the hill, and Christina still needs 4 games to win that match.
So for those of you joining, please like, share, and follow so we could keep providing free streaming of lady pool players. And we are on YouTube, WPBA Billiards channel, Billiards.tv, and Amazon Prime Video. So amazing that we have all this exposure for women's pool. Oh, unfortunately, she ran into that 3 ball. Now she's got to recover with a safe.
Wow. Wow. The creativity behind that safety. What a great shot.
Oh, that was a 2 ball? I am
Yes.
getting tired. I thought the 3 ball was the next ball.
Ada's losing it for the evening, folks. She needs some rest. All right, now this is one of those shots where it's like, if you kick 2 reels at it and you clip the the right side of this too, that bottom right corner pocket gets really big. But at the same time, it's a tough shot to try to get at one rail. So you almost got to hit right before this or right after the side pocket in order for, in order for the two railer to be effective. And in the same breath, if you go the one rail so hard, it's difficult to hit a ball that's in the middle of the table from one rail.
So that was definitely a jail time save.
It was such a good safety by Seoa. The 3-ball, I assume that here she'll go ahead and shoot the 2. I don't know if she's setting up with the proper angle to bump into the 3-7 or if she's just going to go ahead and play another safety after she shoots this ball. She does have a smooth enough stroke, and she's got a nice touch around the table that I could see her going for the breakout. I'm surprised on the safety play, though. I thought she would make the 2 first and then play the safety on the 3. And especially if she didn't have a lockup safety on the 2 because of potential 3-foul option.
I think these ladies are getting tired as well.
Why wouldn't they be? You know. Now Seoa this is only her second match of the day, but
I thought it was her third match. I think she played at 2 o'clock, 7, and now 9.
she was still on the A side.
Oh, A side. Okay.
Yeah, she lost on the A side to Wei Su Chen. Their first match was at 7 o'clock tonight.
Oh, okay. All the matches are blurring together on the bracket.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Christina Tkach has taken another rack, so the score is 7-5, but now it should be Pia Filler's break. Just kind of keeping you guys at home up to date on what's going on.
Wow, what a nail biter.
Absolutely.
Is the safety good enough?
Doesn't look like it. I think she can see the edge of the 2 and maybe not.
Then there's that 3-7.
But I do think,
mess.
Yeah, nothing's good here, huh? She's still got work to do.
Yes.
Now, depending on how much of the 2 she can see, she may have the breakout available. She does.
Wow, how good did she hit that?
She hit it beautifully.
I think you and her are like the same person when it comes to shot selection.
Yeah, Silviana, I kind of resonate with her because I like that style of play. Although, like I said, I also am the person that when I'm playing great, I look like a hero. When I'm playing badly, it's not good. So I guess I totally feel this lady and her style of play. I resonate well with Silviana. All right, so she did have that pocket. She wasn't able to make the 3, but
don't think she left her with anything. Gotta kick at it.
All right, so she's kicking underneath, probably going 2 rails at the 3, trying to cause some separation here between the cue ball and the red 3.
And she wants the 3 to join its friends on the other side of the table.
Right. All right. Well, I think she might have got this one.
I think she has an edge.
Just an edge. But I would imagine that if she has the edge of this ball, she'll go ahead and thin that edge and come around to possibly 3 rails to leave safe back.
Or she's feeling aggressive. She can edge that into the pocket with a cut shot.
Not sure about that. Yes. Look at this. Ooh, that was a lot. That was a very thin cut. You are right on the money.
And it's so deep in the pocket now.
very, very deep into the pocket. So she can hit this with a little pace, and that's okay. She just chooses to play real first, which is very smart. Slows down the cue ball, lays up beautifully for the pink 4 in the side. Now, I watched her shoot a shot earlier in this event, Soa, and there was a ball in the pocket, and she purposely paid it with the right pace for it to just reverse spin after she made it and hold the cue ball right where it was. It was beautiful. To have that much confidence in a tight situation to play that shot and know what the cue ball's, the cue ball's gonna hit the rail because it's so close to the rail. It just reverse spin back and held there beautifully. She's played really well in this event.
Now she got to throw the cue ball around.
No problem there. Looks like she's putting a little bit of left-hand English on this. All right, I think she actually wanted to come a little farther down, but this is beautiful. It's perfect. All right. Just back up table for the 7 in the same pocket. She probably would have liked to have fallen a little bit straighter on the 7, but no problems whatsoever. She should be able to just pocket speed, make this ball a little bit of center ball. She can even play a little bit with some low on the cue ball and just hold it right there. It's like a drag draw shot. She doesn't have to do anything fancy. Yeah, just like that. Well played.
Here used a term stun stop. I was like, what does that mean?
She means you need to stun it and stop the ball.
I was like, what? I don't think I've ever heard of this type of shot. I said that she needed to film a video of herself doing it and put it on her social network.
This is a stun stop shot, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so getting back in the lead of this match. 6-5. All right, let's see where the other ladies are at. Let's see if we can get a look at what they're doing. If by some chance I can catch it, not wrecking. And we have
Pia Filler at the table with ball in hand. Dangerous. She's on the hill. Can she navigate and problem solve? What is it? 8 balls? No, 7 balls I see here.
Yeah, she's got ball in hand on the 2. She's got the red 3. Looks as though the 5. So the 1 and the pink 4 are gone. Pia has ball in hand, looking really good. Whoa. Now those ladies are not on a mandatory 40-second shot clock. So, could be interesting. All right. I think the ladies on the other table have decided to take a break, guys. So we're just going to stay with this rack. So you guys may be able to see the finish of this match between Christina Tkach and Pia Filler. If Pia doesn't win this rack, then you may not get to see it. Depends on how long the break is for the ladies on the other table. The score is currently 7-5 in favor of Filler. I do want to say thank you while we're watching this to Superman Trick Shots, Roger Ho, Shannon for 2 entries, donations to our stream. Thank you so much for the support. We do have you on our list. We'll continue building this list tomorrow. So if you decide you need more, go ahead and donate. We appreciate all the donations to our live super chat on WPBA Billiards on YouTube. All right, so I think maybe a little adrenaline may have gone Pia there. She went a little, maybe a little farther or not far enough on the green 6. We'll see. It's tough when we're watching it from such a distance.
It is far away.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thankful that we have the cameras to get to the view, but it is a little ways away from the camera. Wow. Wow, she struck that so nicely. 2 rails out of the corner. Here she has to decide if she makes this ball in the side pocket, where she's going with the cue ball, or if she's going to just go ahead and shoot it up in the corner.
She's considering her options.
I don't know if she plays it to the corner, if she has to play a withdraw, or if the cue ball will track forward without the side pocket being an issue. We'll see what Pia decides to do. The angle for us is a little strange.
She's looking for a side pocket on that 7 ball, so. This is definitely a big shot. She's double checking, triple checking. She wants to be committed to her decision.
All right, so the ladies are starting to make their way back to the table for the feature matchup between Silviana Liu and Seoa. Waiting for Pia to complete this rack. All right, she's going for the 8 in the corner. Well played, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you guys, I really want to go to both matches, but I do feel as though I'm supposed to go back to the feature match. Silviana Liu is getting ready to break the ball. These ladies are not on a shot clock. I don't want to drag away, but I feel as though we should go back to our feature match. I am so sorry, folks. Here we go. Back to the feature. Wow. All right, just so everyone knows, Pia Filler did pocket the 8. She's left herself steep on the 9, cutting it in the same pocket. But just so you know, that's what's happening. Silviana Liu has a very successful break on our feature table. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Pia Filler has defeated the world #1 to make her way into the final 4 of this WPBA Soaring Eagle Masters. Congratulations to Pia. She will play the winner of this match tomorrow for our first match of the day at noon, although we will be streaming
The hot seat match.
the hot seat match between Wei Su Chen and Kristina Zlateva, this layer. So this layer is just, she is digging in, trying to break through. I'm not saying that I care who necessarily wins this event, but I know how hard she's working to try to get to these final matches.
I think she came very close twice last year in Iowa and in Charleston, making it to the finals.
And Wisconsin. She lost to Bayana in the finals of Wisconsin.
Oh, so that's 3 finishes.
3 second-place finishes last year. Just like Kristina Tkach, she's trying to find her breakthrough moments. Pia went through that as well. I think it's very difficult. The moments are very big when you get to the final. You know, there's such a big moment.
It's all the emotions, all the feelings.
Absolutely. All right, so congratulations, Pia Filler. I mean, Kristina Tkach, that's still a 5th-6th finish. That is not, there's nothing to be upset about there. Although for the world #1, I'm sure she will not be appeased by that. All right, we've got so much back and forth action on the feature table today. Have you noticed that? Just one rack here, one rack there, one rack here. Both these ladies playing so well. All the ladies have just been so amazing on the feature table this week. I know she likes 2 rails out of the corner there for this to get to the 7. Now here she came up a little flat, so she either has to stop the ball and take the cut on the 8, or she's got to come with her big stroke and draw back for that 8 ball in the side pocket. I'm not saying what's right or wrong. I'm just saying the potential shots available to her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Do you think, can she go to the left long rail?
She might just elect to draw it back. Yeah.
Oh, she could go to the left long rail. Great shot. That's when you know you're striking the ball beautifully, because you can make angle where there's not a lot of angle, right? Well played by Silviana.
She's like, I'm not letting you keep your lead. I want to tie it up.
Yep. All right, there you have it, folks. This 9 ball to tie this match up at 6s. Neither of these ladies can take a demanding lead in this match.
Six. And we're going to
Wow.
be back with a word from our sponsors.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.
All right, and here we are, folks. So at a break, the score is 6-6. This is a B-side matchup for the Soaring Eagle Masters in Mount Pleasant, Michigan.
So the winner of this match plays again tomorrow at 12 o'clock, and unfortunately the loser will be out of the tournament.
All right, another dry break from Seoa. Just not quite getting that one into the side pocket. The winner of this match will be playing Pia Filler tomorrow. That's exciting.
Super exciting.
It's exciting. Alongside the hot seat match. Both of these matches will take place at noon.
So it looks like she's got to play it push.
I do believe that pushing is, and I say this a lot, so those of you who are familiar with our streams, I just feel like it's a double-edged sword. It makes me so mad when you have to push, because even though you're just, giving yourself, a chance to not foul and give up ball in hand, they're just going to do to you what you would do to them.
Mm-hmm.
And you know it's coming, so you just sit in your chair in anticipation of, the not so exciting safety they're getting ready to play on you.
Not exciting whatsoever.
It's wild how that works. All right, so I like her. She may very well just put the cue under the 3. She hit this with a little bit of pace. She needs to smack into the face of the 3. All right, she doesn't get it there.
She does not look happy.
No. I mean, this has been a grinder match, and those are always difficult. She just comes off a loss with Wei Su Chen, and now she's in this deep grind, back and forth. Nobody's really being dominant in the match. I'm sure it is a little frustrating.
Jail time, maybe?
I don't think she got it there.
No.
I think Soa's coming back to the table. It's a clear sight on the 1.
But not clear sight to make it.
Well, that's a steep angle to make it from just about anywhere, so. That didn't make much sense, did it?
I'm not sure right now.
Ada's starting to space out, everyone. We're gonna have to keep her awake.
I might as well have my own rocket ship. I'm such a space cadet.
Oh, I'll buy you a helmet. All right, here we go. Safety's allowed. Still, I think she got that one. Great play. I mean, ultimately, it'd be nice to be froze up, but
I think she has to go 2 rails kick. 1 rail kick? Hmm.
interesting.
It's almost bedtime for me.
Mm-hmm. All right, so it is 11:20 Eastern time zone here in Michigan. It's getting late. These
Oh,
matches have run a little over, and so now we're running a little over our normal time slot. Normally our 9 o'clock rounds start right at 9 o'clock, and they're done by 11, but I think everyone's just starting to really slow down. I feel badly for Bob, our official timekeeper here. He is in the right, sitting down right next to Silviana Liu, and I give him a lot of props. This has been a tough day for the timekeepers. We've had a lot of the ladies have gone to the max every time on their shot clock. So that's tough. You're constantly,
well,
every 30, 40 seconds going 10.
well, the B-side matchups, the ladies are just scrappy and clawing their way to wins. It's no one wants to like be shut out. They're fighting for their lives.
Yeah, my husband, he probably does need a monster. It's definitely an option for him. He does enjoy those.
Is that an energy drink?
It is.
I don't drink those things.
Me either. Me either.
Especially those things have artificial sugar, which I don't react well to.
All right, so one rail trying to get down close to the side pockets. Little short on the stroke there.
You think she's gonna try to go for this combination on the pink 4 into the 6?
No, she probably will because I said no. But they haven't really been aggressive in that manner. Neither of them.
She's eyeing it up.
She is.
She might think it's a tasty
It
morsel.
might be because the 6 is directly in front of the pocket, so maybe she will this time. But neither of them have been uber aggressive in their match, so that was probably the most aggressive shot I've seen Soa play this entire set.
Now she left herself with a kind of a steep angle and having to use the bridge.
I think she's getting tired and she's willing to just work for it.
I think that's the case for everyone at this hour. I'm working for my commentary at the moment.
Yeah. I actually don't mind monsters overall, but I choose coffee. I had to pick one or the other because you can't really abuse yourself with both.
That sounds like a recipe for I'm not sure what's going to happen to your body.
Yes, exactly. That's why I choose to pick one and not both. All right, to the rail, back out. She does hit that well. Now here she can land straight in. There's not a problem with that if she chooses. She doesn't really need a bunch of angle to get to the 9. She's looking at, I want to see the overhead view of this. She's sliding that to the long rail and back down for the 8 in the side. She drew that. Wow. Great stroke.
What a shot.
Great stroke. Fantastic. All right, well, she did land straight in.
He just has to float it up.
Just play a stop shot as well. Totally a preference. She does roll it forward. Ooh, nice touch. Beautifully played. And there you have it, folks. So Seoa is on the hill, 7-6 over Silviana Liu, the Indonesian. Both these ladies look exhausted, don't they?
Yes, they do. It's a long day. And it's Silviana's turn to break.
All right, guys, don't forget, we're getting towards the end of the match. This is our swag giveaway. We are giving away 4 items that will be drawn for at the end of the finals tomorrow. A signed media guide, an autographed t-shirt, a Castillo leather goods case that is gorgeous. That is the case. It's a white leather. And a few pieces of Kamui Roku chalk. So if you're interested in that, $20 donations on our YouTube chat. When we're live, we'll get you an entry into that giveaway. Thank you for watching. Pleased to have you. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you for coming back. All right,
Dry break.
Yeah, and a little weird break. A lot of the balls went to the left side of the table. Not a lot of, not a lot of spread in that break. The 6-9 are definitely not fun. Some work to do here. All right, she needs to catch the window, and she has. Does she have blocks? Well played. Well played. Wow. This is tough. These are those shots where when you're kicking at that top short rail, the side pocket is just a nuisance in my opinion. It's in your line. It drives me crazy. She hits that really well, but she definitely has left Seoa a shot.
Which still has to contend with the 6-9 being a problem in the left side of the table.
This is a nice little roll-in shot. She doesn't have to move the cue if she doesn't prefer to. Just like that, roll her in. Oh, and she's fine. Well done. Now, one thing I think is going to be a bit of a problem is she has to decide at one point, does she want to clear open the 6-9?
Yes, with the pink 4 or the purple 5. Right now, after hitting the 3, well, we will see what she decides to do.
Yeah, she's looking at it with the 3, but what makes me nervous about this is that the pink 4 doesn't pass the 8 going up table. So if she doesn't get a clean shot on that pink 4 in the side pocket after breaking these balls out, or if the cue ball tracks too far forward, it might be a problem. Okay, she's looking. She just needs to slightly tap it too. She doesn't need to hit it. She just wants to cause separation between the two balls. Hopefully the 9 doesn't get in the way of the cue. Oh, or that.
Oh, unfortunate.
That's the only thing. I mean, I just didn't really, because of the where the pink 4 was, it made me nervous to go into those balls.
No, I think she safetied herself. I think jail timing herself right now.
That's fair.
Oh, completely missed the ball, giving Silviana an opportunity with ball in hand. Silviana still has to contend with that 6-9. Soa was able to separate them a little bit, but still a problem.
All right. I don't know.
It's very straight.
Yeah, I'm not sure this is the best position.
Oh, small angle. Very small angle.
Yeah. Now she can try to force through this. She may be able to catch the window between the 6 and the 9, bumping the 9 out of the way. Or she may opt just to play a little bit of a stop shot here. Roll it just a tiny bit forward and play a safety. She doesn't necessarily have to be aggressive. And it doesn't mean that, you know, she's got to do something to save herself a little bit and make this a hill thriller. Wow, she tried to tie it up and freeze it. She got pretty close. Don't think she's frozen, though.
It's still jail time, in my opinion.
All right. Yeah, I don't know that she can go one rail at this 6, so she's going to have to go multiple rails to hit it, I do believe. Unless she can swerve around the edge of the 9 and make something miraculous happen, but I don't think that's a thing.
I think it's going to be a 2-rail kick.
Absolutely.
This is where 3-cushion billiards would be very helpful.
Ooh. All right, so she's giving up ball in hand to Silviana, and looks like Silviana has a real chance to make this a hill thriller.
Yes, hill thriller.
How many have we seen on the stream this week?
Well,
So many.
So many.
So many. I think our timekeeper's losing it. He's back there just like, one time can somebody run out all the racks?
I think it's tough on the TV table.
Absolutely. All right, so Silviana, good start. Ball in hand. It's 4 balls to get hill. She just came off a hill thriller with Kelly Fisher in the last match. So,
Well, she must have nerves of steel.
yeah, she's a grinder this weekend. Beautiful. Oh, a little overroll on it, but that's okay. With a little draw, this ball gets accepted into the pocket nicely. And I don't mean she has to draw the cue ball over, just saying put a little bit of bottom English on the ball. it tends to, if it does catch a pocket, the edge of the pocket, it gives it a little follow. There you go. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, is this really happening? This is a hill thriller. The last match of the evening.
What a match.
The winner of this will advance to play Pia Filler. The loser will be going home in 5th, 6th position. I don't think that's a bad thing, which is probably not what either of them want. So I do believe that isn't Jasmine, she's a Predator sponsor player, right? So I'm sure
Yes,
all of her equipment is
everything
Predator.
is Predator.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so to break. She hasn't been having much success in her break, so let's see she's able to dial in that one ball in the side pocket and get a good spread.
These ladies do have an option to have a second 40-second extension, so just so everyone knows, you do get an extra extension in a hill match, a hill rack. Oh boy. So she does make a ball in the break, but doesn't have the best starting shot on the one.
And plus she's got that, is that like the purple 5 there snuggled up next to that 9?
Yeah, but I do think it goes past it. Maybe not. Maybe. The rack is deceiving at times in these situations, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
Makes it visually hard to tell. I do love the red perfect racks, though.
They do stand out on the table.
They do. Oh, whoops. All right, Ada.
I'm telling you, that particular graphic is too close to other things.
I think we just forget to close it out after we use it. And
Oh.
It shows up a bunch of times after that. All right. That was a very well played safety. Let's see if Silviana will go 2 rails and try to kind of come underneath the one and stick the cue under the pink 4. Oh, she ended up crossing over the face of it. All right.
Still not straightforward, got work to do.
Yeah, it's still, I mean, let's see the angle on the one from a side view. Very steep.
And the 2's hanging in the pocket.
Yes. It makes it hard not to try to cut the one into it because it's just right there.
She's got to be careful about the side pockets, though.
Mm-hmm. So she may opt just to play another safe, just to not, sell out at any given moment. She's looking maybe at the carom. I'm always worried about the caroms when they're that deep in the pocket. But she's looking at it. I believe she's looking at the carom.
Is this her second aggressive attempt at a ball?
All right, so she has to hit the one thin. I don't know that she'll try to bring that cue ball around. I think she's going to have to just slow roll the cue into the 2. Oh, was that?
That was a very aggressive option.
That was, she's going to get away with it, leaving Silviana pretty tough. Long. I don't want to say that's tough. I thought the cue ball got a little closer to the short rail. I like this shot. I don't mind this shot being with the one close to the rail like that.
She has to negotiate around these 4 balls that are blocking access to the 2. I mean, she's got a tiny window there.
Yeah. Yeah, my eyes are very, very heavy. Oh boy.
I think she put some outside spin on it and it spun off the rail.
She's doing a little bit of outside spin. Throw that ball into the pocket. All right. The 4 to the 5, the 7 to the 9, or the 8. Positionally, she's got some back and forth she's going to have to play here. The 8 is tucked under the 9 just a bit.
And the 3 to the 4. I mean, depends on how she lands. Back and forth.
Yeah, she strikes balls that are in the pocket really well. And that would explain she's, like I said, I mean, her Fargo is actually higher than the #1 ranked player in the world. Soa. Her Fargo is higher than Christina's.
Oh, okay.
Now, we don't use Fargo here at the WPBA. We just put it on the scoreboards because it gives everyone at home a way to gauge the players who don't understand our ranking systems. But, and if we don't, then everyone asks us, well, what's her Fargo?
No, but you know, we do count these matches towards Fargo.
Yes, they do. They do count in the Fargo system. So because we use digital pool, all of our matches record it to Fargo, and they do play into our Fargo rate. These events, they just don't play into our rankings. Right? Not how it works.
No, I think there's an element in as influencing the rankings.
Oh yeah, since we switched the rankings, I'm not sure how it works any longer.
Performance is a 30% factor.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
We'll see the 8 ball, 7 to the 8 ball.
All right, 2 rails around for the brown 7. Just wants the cue to slow down. Ooh, steep, very steep.
Well, she makes this, she gets natural shape for this 8 ball. Wow, she had that so nice.
Yeah, it was a very steep shot on the 7, but she plays those so well, and you need some angle to get to the 8 anyway. She just shoots the ball so cleanly. Really a fan. All right, and this 9 ball to make it to Sunday. And there you have it, folks. Congratulations to Soa. She will be advancing to play Pia Filler tomorrow at noon. And Silviana Liu, this is the end of the road for her. Although she has had an excellent event, she will go home taking a 5th, 6th place finish. Thank you so much to Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort for hosting this event, as well as Diamond Billiard Products, Simonis, Aramith, and all the sponsors here for the WPBA. My name is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and I've got
Ada Leo
in the booth, the Iron Maiden herself. Thank you guys for tuning in. We will start tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern Time Zone with Wei Su Chen and Christina Zliteva, the hot seat match. All right, everybody, have a great night, and thanks for watching.
Good night.